Hello everyone, Game Vector 11 here with probably the first ever reaction video of someone's video on YouTube that I'm ever doing with their permission. Of course, they messaged me on Discord saying that I could. So giving credits to the person that I make your reaction video to, Sidfist200, currently 62 subs right now. I will post his YouTube and this video's link in the description below, whoever wants a reference to it. But anyways, the whole reaction thing, first of all, would be based on how Sid basically PvP'd someone 1v1'd, who's actually, I admit, pretty good. Much better than I would ever be. First of all, if I had to 1v1 someone. I don't 1v1. Anyways, there was some moments that I've seen that was actually pretty fishy that a lot of people caught on to, or at least some few who commented, and the person is defending themselves for not wanting to have the reputation of being a modder. Well, here's the thing though. If you're a modder on GT Online, first of all, there are a lot of players on GT Online, probably 80% of them, who have a mod menu. Just a lot of them don't say anything, or a lot of them don't try to show it. A lot of people get triggered for being like, oh, you're calling me a modder, I'm gonna mod the frick out of you until you disappear from the game completely, because I don't want to have the reputation being called up. Trust me, if you're a modder, everyone respects you. You know why? Because you have better advantages than a normal player to, first of all, give people vehicles, give people RP, give people teleporting rides or freaking supersonic speeds between highways here and there to get places 5 seconds. Trust me, everyone loves a modder. I'm driving a bus picking people up in it, and then there's someone who has the audacity from my bus to say, hey, I'm having a bus ride, this is so cool, just for a modder to teleport right next to me with his own rainbow bus that is god mode to the brim with every protection possible. And that person with the mod bus will be like, get in my bus, this is so much cooler, I spawned it myself and I made a god mode. They will be so upfront to admit it. Trust me, everyone loves modders. And everyone left my bus just for that bus because it was rainbow and it was so cool. Imagine being ditched so fast like that because modders are better than you, with that reputation of being better than you in every aspect possible. So even if you're having a reputation of being called a modder, okay, on GT Online anymore in 2022 isn't having a bad reputation. It's having a unique reputation that everyone respects so much, because trust me, if you don't respect it, you're gonna get followed session to session and crashed really hard. That's a lot of things modders do when someone says, oh, the guy's modding, or oh, he's doing something to me with his mod menus. Trust me, it's so very weird. Anyways, so don't worry, dude, okay, about us saying, oh, you're a modder because you suck, or some other reason everyone says that's why you use mod menus. Trust me, if you're a modder, I don't care. Rockstar should, but they don't, so why should I? Why should I care if Rockstar doesn't, right? But anyways, so here's this video that I'm gonna go right into to give a reaction. I just want to check again. Yeah, I'm still recording. Okay, I just want to go through this video minute by minute, second by second rather. The audio that I have here is completely muted because of copyright reasons. There was copyrighted music that he has had in his video. Let me just pop it up right here. Yeah, I don't think I want to have that pop up on my thing. Anyways, so it has it completely muted. Now let's just take a look that is going on. So it starts off with them going to the airport and Sid is already red. I just had woken up and some crew leader called me out for 1v1 snipers. First of all, when you say call him out, how I understand it, as a typical grinder in GT Online, when someone calls me out on fighting or PvPing, the way it sounds, it just sounds bad. You don't call someone out to be like, I'm gonna call you on PvP, let's fight right now, because I'm better than you or something. No, you don't, that's not, anyways, so that must have already given like the impression of something wrong is already happening. But let's just look right through it second by second. This is completely uncut and I will keep, oh yeah, he just skipped through that, right? Now here's the first part that was fishy. Okay, I'm gonna job TP real quick. Now just look quickly, like he's messing around with his view or something. Just look at that. What? Just look very quick. Just look at the minimap. Moment 1. He's at the roads before the entrance to the airport itself. Then moment next, he's at the airport. There are so many things that's gone wrong in this scene alone in the past 3 seconds of this video, and I will explain to you detail by detail. First of all, if you want to job teleport, people do that because of very long extensive distances that they want to cut down to a few seconds, which is on its own an exploit, which could be reported for exploiting if especially is used in PvP advantages over another person, which Rockstar probably tolerates, because as if everyone has already been speaking about, but Rockstar's doing fuck all to take care of it, because, you know, that's Rockstar. So, the distance that's coming in to play, why would you pull a job teleport? Because of that. You just steal a car, drive through the gate, and you're already there in like a few seconds. What's there to waste? I mean, what's the point of job teleporting? The next thing that's wrong. Just take a look closely. His icon was always on the radar. In here. It's still on the radar. And suddenly, still on the radar, changed scene. Changed position. Even though it's a proclaimed job teleport. Here's what a job teleport does. And this is specifically from experience that I know after playing 1400 plus hours in GTA Online, dedicated either to grinding or staring at people on the radar for no particular reason whatsoever. What happens is this. If you ever decided to start your own job from the pause menu, and you accepted to join the job, and you went in the job, or was sent to be a host of the job, in that specific marker, you won't be in the game anymore. So your icon is going to disappear once you either are able to join a job or once you start as a host of the job. As soon as you press enter, what you see as the player is your camera zooming out 3 times before you join the job. But what other players see around you is as soon as you press the enter button and the camera starts zooming out from the player himself, what everyone else will see is the player's character vanish, blink, blink, blink into thin air, and you don't see them. And they do that as a protective measure. Rockstar Games does that as a protective measure. So that, let's say someone wanted to join a job while they were still in a game session, you won't randomly get spammed with wasted kills, or you won't have to come back to the game itself. It would have so many broken programs that it would be safer to just take a player out of the session almost completely, but still being in a queue or a job. Like a jobs queue. Not just before the job starts, basically, what I'm trying to say. So, this is, of course, the protective measure. And another point that I want to bring out is when you are in the job that you joined through your pause menu, and you're in, like, the jobs menu, but not actually launched it yet, some people may still be able to see you on the pause menu online players tab. People might be able to see you on the in-game tab, but no one will be able to see your icon, which is possible either for that or if you're in Cayo Perico Island scoping it out. Those are the only 2 exceptions in which your icon won't be there. So already, that tells me enough that a person had already teleported, not through job teleport, because, like I said, you would already be in your own screen, away from the game, while still having your name show up in the session that you're playing from. And there's just no other way, so like, that's already on the first mark. Another type of teleport that's beyond exploits that for sure a mod menu had to have some support to committing this teleport. Otherwise, it would just be random. It would just be a random thing, because that itself, I've already seen modders myself teleport, and I've seen their icon blink from eye to eye, and I've even seen players who don't mod but use exploits majorly, who disappear from the map, who have their icon disappear from the map while they're still in the session, and next thing I see is them being inside of their facility, or inside of a bunker, or somewhere randomly in another corner of the map. That is the job teleport. That's what a job teleport does. Like I said, it's just a safety measure that Rockstar's implemented so that people don't accidentally run into playing 2 games at once while you're either in the job menu before the job starts, or like the job queue before it starts, before the host starts the job, and in the meantime, while you're dying in the main lobby that you're already in, that's outside of the job, you can get killed numerous times. It's just a protective way to prevent that from happening, to prevent confusion from happening, which could break the game. Now, another text that says, so either he's dumb, I'd hope not, or he thinks I'm dumb. I'm pretty sure that might be it. You cannot job teleport that fast unless you're using a mod menu to teleport. It's not the fact that he's using... That's, like I said, like I've been telling myself, right, that's kind of half right, that statement. But the other half is the fact that he claimed to job teleport, which, by the way, like I said already, like a few times already, you would not be seen on the radar anymore. Until you finally leave the jobs queue to go back into the lobby, it would send you back into the lobby with your camera showing into you, while what others would see is your character blinking back into existence again wherever your character was supposed to be last spawned in, and will spawn there. So that already is either, and for that to be possible, to have that be claimed as a job teleport, you would have to literally have negative latency, because we already know that the game's engine, compared to working with the game's latency, are completely 2 different characteristics on their own, 2 different programs on their own. So there's already going to be a lot of problems which Rockstar cannot fix, because unfortunately the programmers are not that yet experienced to fix latency issues in GTA Online, unfortunately enough, especially with how they're running their securities and bullshit that everyone can just hack with a freaking toothpick. But anyways, let's just continue the video. Let's just continue the video as of this point, because I'm just explaining way too much. This is like the biggest point that already I can claim is under the modding category, and not even exploiting anymore. First, sure, there's an exploits part to it, but it had to include some sort of modding, because you're supposed to disappear from the radar and not just go from point A to point B without a frame of not being on the radar anymore. It's impossible. Now here's another thing that I've noticed that was mentioned later in the video by Sid, is, of course, he's gonna shoot, he's gonna die, he's gonna get shot. Okay, that happens. Now, seconds, just milliseconds later, you don't see the dude's icon on the radar anymore. Just look very closely. Just look very closely. You can see his icon being right over there, right next to this grass patch, next to this little angle. Next thing you see, his icon's gone. For what reason is there to job teleport anymore? If that was an easy way out, that's not an easy way out. Because an easy way out, whether you shot yourself with a rocket, threw an explosive under your foot and blew it up, or just took pills, which that exists, of course, you have a little cross over your name. Or at least over your last position, over your icon. And then you would respawn somewhere, and the cross would remain there for a good 15 seconds, no matter what circumstance. So that couldn't have been an easy way out. And he's supposed to spawn just like right next to there, kind of. Like, just right here. So he's supposed to be like right here somewhere. if anything, like, within this range of how fast he respawned into the game, being able to look around again, he's supposed to be somewhere around here. Is that true, though? Yeah, let's just take a very quick look at that again. Of course, if you would see them, it's not like he just appears right there. Oh, he's blinking. He just blinked into existence. So, with the quick respawn feature that of course exists after dying, that has to be fishy on its own as well. So it's like a modded suicide without suiciding. Which would honestly make sense to do, because then it wouldn't count as a death by yourself, and it wouldn't count as an accidental kill feed to someone, whoever last hurt you. If it makes sense to explain it, then that's right. Okay, so let's just keep looking. He reloads like that. Ooh, when you see the body fly like that. You see it, look. His X marks right there. Finally, he got shot. There's his death mark right there. He died. So whatever happened beforehand... Okay, now I just want to keep you guys a little note. Remember this dude saying, I'm rusty as F. Just woke up. So right now he might be a little rusty, and later on his shooting is going to be more spectacular than earlier, which honestly makes sense. That happens to me as well, and then my skill dies like freaking skydiving, like freaking no tomorrow, which exists, but oof, the body flew. Oh, damn. So that's already some points that I can say that there was, oh my goodness, he just spawned right there. He pulled a rocket. Okay. You pulled a rocket. Why? Why do PvPers pull a rocket? It's so... why? Just why? Okay, anyways. A pink rifle. Awesome. Wait, what? He's not pink anymore. Okay. Oh, he died. Okay. Notice how easy way out. That's exactly what I was looking at. Notice how easy way out after each kill, but there's no notification of dying or easy way outing. That's true too. There's no notification saying commit suicide. There's no thing. So basically, it's a silent death. And the only way to achieve a silent death is unlegitimately in the game. Which means you have to use an external program that claims to you that you're dead. But you're not really. You're just fake death, I guess. Which is not possible in the real world of GTA Online. Without... modding. Of course. Just looking continuously through the video and seeing snipe miss after snipe. Ooh, that hit. Ah, but he died. Okay. Your warning states rising. Look. This is the kill feed that's supposed to appear when you die or get killed by someone, or you get this person commit suicide. That is another kill feed option that's supposed to appear. Tries to ease you out, but I get the kill since I hit marked him. Oh, yeah. Way. You hit him. He sniped you. And then... I didn't notice that. Oh, that's true. Wow. Finally, a legitimate easy way out that is part of the game's program without external programs taking part. Wow, it actually exists finally. Ooh. Oh. Oof. That's a shot. That was a shot. Okay. Some few. Oh, yeah, he flopped. Yep. He committed the floppy seal. He just went plop with heavy blood. Oh my god, that is so close. You did a backflip. Guys, can we give a shout out to Sid doing a backflip to a bullet? That must be a really hard hit. To get backflipped. Jesus Christ. Oh my lord. Okay, let's just continue on with that. I don't see his marker anymore showing an X that he either easy way outed or something. So that's another silent. Ooh, that shot. Ooh, nice. Alright, moving on to the next kill. Oh. Nice shot. Alright, let's move on to the next skill. Let's move on to the next... Oh, he missed. Oh, he actually... hit him? What? Okay, just look with me right here. That's too far. Alright. This marker is right here. He gets hit. I don't know if he died, but you don't see an X mark on it. Interesting. Wow. Okay. Okay then. The only thing I can say to that is, of course, between the game's engine to the game's latency, he must have killed himself way too fast for the game's engine to keep up, or like really fast through the game's engine for the game's latency to keep up, which didn't really count as a death. That's another thing that's possible, I guess. That's stupid, but whatever. Oof. Got shot right in the shoulder. Oof. Imagine dying to a shoulder shot. It's like, oh my god. It's like you just give up on life because you lost an arm. Now I want ketchup chips to this because why not? Someone's gonna get offended. You have ketchup chips? No. It's just the flavor that's so unique. Either I want it or I... What? Okay. Look quickly at this. It counted as a hit. The game's engine counted as a hit. Especially that was in a lethal area that the heavy sniper's bullet was supposed to kill. But he didn't die. Some people will claim that it's a mix of anti-ragdoll with God mode. That's what some will say. But what I would say to this... I won't say this is modding, because a lot of people would see this and be like, he's modding, he's modding, he's modding, he's modding, look at that, look at that, look, he's modding, he's modding. And there's no backup to it to say that he's actually modding on that point. Only because what really happens, as I've said sometimes already in this video, the game's engine and the game's latency, they're not coexisting properly. So while the game, for Sid, told him that his bullet hit and shot him and would have killed him because of either how much health he had remaining or if he hit a lethal area such as near the neck or a headshot, it's supposed to count for him as a kill. However, because it's counting the game working between two players, what Sid saw was definitely something that the other person has not seen, especially if he stood right back up and took no damage from it. So what he must have seen at that point was the bullet either whiff by him or hit him in a non-lethal area, such as his wrist or his, let's say, upper arm or lower arm. And it didn't actually count as a lethal kill. May have counted as a hit, or maybe has not counted as a hit. But that is where game's latency comes into play, because, of course, Rockstar Games has yet to discover a fix to the game's latency to make it run more optimal, which is why a lot of in-game breaking bugs occur, especially with traffic being broken really badly. That's another story, though. So let's continue on with the video with seeing Sid get hit for some 20-30% of health and then dying. Oof, that is unfortunate. And there's no easy way out mark that this dude had on him. Okay, 30% and then died. And he easy way out, but there is no mark to show that he easy way outed, so that's another silent easy way out. That's a hit, and he died. Oof. Oof, nice shot. And going on to the next kill or death. Oh, he hit him, but oh wait, let's look at this again. Let's look. We saw the kill. Now let's look on the thing on the bottom left, the radar. Let's call it radar. Okay. It seems as though it may have been legitimate through the game's latency, because he shot him and then he got shot because the bullets take time to travel, I guess. I guess. And they died. Awesome. So there's this mark that showed there, so just game latency, honestly. I'm just gonna say that. He got... wow. Floppy seal. Okay, moving on to the next killer death. We see... oh, what death? Awesome. Nice try on that. Good job, good luck, and yeah. Oh, yeah. What happened there? You're looking at the dude. He... what happened? So there's already an X that occurred. Wait, where? Hey, I'm a little too far ahead. Excuse me. Okay, finally, the mark over just shows over him. So I don't know if he either got shot and died, or if he actually easily outed legitimately. That's confusing on its own part, and because it's Rockstar Games' GTA Online, I'm gonna completely ignore that part, because Rockstar Games exists, unfortunately. Okay. Finally, the easy way out notification occurred. As you can see, right there. The easy way out, or whatever, a rocket launch under his foot finally exists. I finally see it. It instantaneously is supposed to happen or take some time. Of course, the feed disappears when you respawn, but that's its own thing. Plop, and easy way out it again with another explosive or something. That exists. And now, oh, the backflop. That was so satisfying to watch. I don't know why. Okay, we're just... oh, he got hit through latency. He got okay. He pulls a rocket again. Why do people pull a rocket in a PvP match? We all know one thing's for sure. Why do people pull a rocket in a PvP match in GTA 5? One thing's for sure, that Rockstar completely failed at in GTA 5, coming to Rocket's explosive programming. What they used to do was this. Back in, let's say, GTA 3 or Vice City, maybe San Andreas even, if there was an explosion that was within range of damaging you, it would damage you depending on how close you were to the explosion's radius. Especially if you got hit directly in the radius of the explosion, it would do the most damage. So let's say if a rocket landed directly at you in GTA 3, and you drop from 100 health to 17 health. That's possible. But there's also sometimes, if you're, let's say, too far from a wall, however, you can still take damage, it would sometimes go from 100 health to, let's say, 35 health, or 100 health to 70 health. So it all depended on how far you were from the central radius of the explosion's impact that had happened when the explosion took place. Now in GTA 5, what they did was they got really fucking lazy, and they decided to say, as long as you're within range of the explosion, no matter what, you die. Great, Rockstar. Thank you for providing such an unfair advantage coming to explosions when you're on foot. You can literally be 30 feet away from an explosion in GTA 3. You can take 1 damage and fall on the ground. Woo, that happens. But in this game, you could be 50 yards away from the explosion, but as long as the explosion was big enough to say, hey, it happened, and you're within the vicinity of the explosive radius that happened, no matter even if you were in the center of the explosion or just borderline on the edge of it, you will die no matter what. And that's something I despise in GTA 5, is how people just pull out an explosion because, oh hey, it's an instant kill no matter what. Freaking bullshit. But does Rockstar care? No, as long as they make money off of the game, they're happy. Anyways, moving on to the other kills that happened. Ooh, that was a miss. Alright. Oh, good shot. I love it. If only I was that good. If only I can shoot that well. Oh, that up. Had to. I'm the same to do that. Not shoot an explosion, but to say in chat I had to. Unfortunately, some people don't like the fun. He also doesn't miss over 2 shots when he spawns in any range. Okay, this is the point where, remember what I said earlier in the video, I said to keep a note or a mark on when the guy said that he just woke up and he's rusty as F. I will count that in, not modding, for sure, and not exploiting. I would count that in a complicated scientific explanation that I don't want to get into too much detail in, but it's what happens when your brain finally kicks in to the drive that kicks you in to your routine. It's like trying to work when you just wake up compared to trying to work when you're already in your zone awake for a couple of hours. In fact, science has proven, or has shown some years ago, that the time it takes for a person to be in optimum, let's say, condition to function as they should is about 4 hours after waking up. So whoever wants to take note on that and actually wake up 4 hours before they start class in school or something, please do go ahead and take note of that. But I've seen that years ago, like so many years ago, when I was still in high school. Maybe, I think, like the earliest years of high school. So I forgot where I found the source, but that is a true fact that I've seen and I've believed since. So I wouldn't say that the guy's modding on his aim shots. I would just say he's finally waking up that part of his brain that is giving him the focus and the concentration that he needs to tell himself through his nerves to tell him, hey, now I'm more awake to have more reflex to flip between back and forth, rather than, it's like being sober versus being drunk. Let's just say that, in the most longest story short. Alright, anyways, let's just continue watching through him easy way out with a silent death, and shooting him in the shoulder and killing him somehow. Wow. Like I said, it's like you get shot in the shoulder. It's like, I have no shoulder anymore. I have no will to live because I'm useless. And he's going psycho. Awesome. After 23 kills. Wow. Anyway. We shall continue watching Sid die painfully. But like I said, the guy's waking up finally. It's the personal skill that's finally catching up, and because you're used to the area on top of that, that's why you're starting to like get used to your surroundings and the phenomenon on where people respawn, so on and so forth. Because there's another bullshit thing that exists in this game. If, let's say, every time you were killed within a second's worth of being alive, you will respawn to a given random point within range, within legitimate range, of course, assuming there's no free mode event that's happened. You will spawn within legitimate range. Now, let's say you respawned in that legitimate range respawn, and you got shot there. You will respawn back to where you died the first time, and you will keep flipping between back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, no matter any consequence that happens. You will literally have to be alive for more than 10 seconds, or you will finally have to kill the person who's killing you to finally decounter that program that Rockstar has done in GTA Online, which first of all I find is kind of bullshit, but at the same time it's unsatisfying to do, because great, I'm killing the person over and over again because I know where he's gonna respawn. Just wait there, see the person respawn and take a shot, wait there, see respawn, take a shot. It's so bullshit. It's another bullshit thing that Rockstar has done in this game that makes PvP so much less satisfying and so much more stupidly frustrating, and thank Rockstar for that with their stupid programming. Yeah, that's my reaction right there. Just freaking get shot, flop to the ground, and die because, anyways. Let's continue watching any more proof that may have happened. Ooh. Wow, what a shot. Let's continue watching any more proof. Now, I'm not gonna say I support exploiting, and I'm not going to say that I support modding, because I really don't. I don't even exploit or mod myself. But there's a lot of people who use exploits for PvP. Oh, he got flopped. There's a lot of people who use exploits in this game just because it gives them more of an advantage. Because a lot of people are doing that because Rockstar cannot come up with any better solution in this game than to just have people suffer a painful death from an explosion that has happened 70 feet away from where they've been standing. Like 3 seconds ago. Because that's Rockstar. 70 feet away. Jesus Christ, you can still die that, right? What the hell? Okay. We shall continue on to see the GG. And I think they are going to move to the beach. You're good. Nice. I actually have my doubts. Him triggered by aimbotting, so to make sure I asked him if we're at the beach, and he agreed. See, I'm gonna counter this point that Sid made. I won't say that the guy used a sort of a trigger bot or aimbot. It's only because, first of all, it takes time for your brain, especially depending on your skill level, in whatever shape or form you've performed in GTA Online, mostly for PvP in this case. It would take time for that reflex to kick in to the proper drive for you to get your proper shots and nail them, no matter what circumstance. That's how, and like, it's... In another explanation that I tried making 50 words at once, let's say you're playing CSGO, comparing a silver to a global elite. A global elite has basically mastered every map in every corner to the point that he knows the position that some people will be in at what point. That's what makes a global elite. Because not only do they know the map surroundings well, but they will also know where some people will be without actually using any sort of hacks. Compared to silvers, however, they just run into a corner and say, yippee-ki-yay, and then they get shot in the head because they weren't expecting someone to be in the left side and thus two behind the crates to lower tons or something. Yeah. Yeah. So I won't say that he's trigger botting or aim botting. It's just a skill level that varies between person to person. Not everyone is perfect. Like me, I am so garbage at PvP. I admit that. That's why I just don't PvP in this game. Especially when someone pulls a rocket on you and kills you, because it's that easy to kill you with a rocket. I'm just like, you know what? Let's come a bit closer. Alright, let's look at this point. He's saying, let me get a bit closer. Let's just remember the small distance between this standout V. I'm just gonna try and bring my mouse as close as possible. He was kind of right here the last time. Now he's kind of right there. Again, what's the point of teleporting that distance? That may have seemed a little less suspicious of modding and more job teleporting. However, that still felt too instantaneous for a legitimate job teleport. Unless you have the best connection with negative latency behind Rockstar Games' services, where you can manipulate the game, not with modding, for sure, but manipulate the latency to say, as soon as I'm doing this, I can press a button through the loading screen to say, I want to leave this at the same time, which then will perform such an action that you see there. But still, what's the point of job teleporting literally 2 feet away from you? That confuses me. It's like a bodybuilder flexing his arm so hard to say, look how big these biceps are, while holding a 2-pound dumbbell. What's the point? Anyways, now they're going to perform the easy way out start count, and that's when they start. Great. Let's take a break from talking and drink some water. Water drinking ASMR. I know. Alright. He's trying to look for him, trying to scout him. I don't see you. Well, he disappeared from the radar again. Let's just count together. Let's just count together. Pause menu. Let's say when he's just looking like that. Okay, press click to the load. Okay, he's already way too fast for clicking. Because by the time you open the pause menu, because let's say here, he just opened a pause menu right now, which is supposed to go boom. Then right here, it's supposed to show the map. Then right here, it's supposed to kind of flash to the online side. Then you're supposed to press right now the jobs tab, let's say, and then pick a job, quick job, and oh wait, he's by the time already mentioned those steps during legitimate counting, the dude's already gone. It's like he's denying every loading point of the game, which is very, very suspicious on that count on its own. Now let's count another thing. Let's say he joined the job by now, where you don't see the radar anymore. He's joined the job by now. I don't see his radar. Okay, that's fine. Let's say this camera zoomed out by now on the first step. Second step, third step. Kind of loading. And by now, ish, right here, the job loads. Now you press escape. While the loading happens, and then you get the option to leave the job. Now it's gonna keep loading a little bit. What the fuck? Oh. That's still a little too fast because I didn't even get to the point where you're loading back into the game yet. Considering it takes about 10... Nah, not even. That's too fast. 20 seconds to load back into a session. It's really not that fast, but that's already a count on its own. That's something back there. It's helping this person either get really fast loading times or just easier maneuverability from flipping between the game, through the menu, to a job, out of the job, back into the game. Which already on its own takes some time, not like 3 seconds. Boof. Alright, that's a nice shot. Still, there's that for sure I know for a fact, because I have really good internet, and it's not even the fact that I have good internet, it's just the game's latency. The game's internet's latency isn't up to par. Ooh, that's a nice shot right there. Bro, what? Oof. Just take a look at Rockstar's bullshit again. Alright? Look, he gets hit, stands right back on his feet. That's the same thing that's happened earlier in this video. What Sid saw, and what Sid's game saw, was the bullet shot landed on the person was supposed to kill because of the vital shot that the bullet landed. But what the other person saw was the bullet whiffed by him, or hit a non-lethal area that still kept him in the game. And on that point, you're like, the game is like, oh, let's just not count as a death. It's like so freaking random. Okay, miss. Imagine you hit, oh, he hit the other guy, I think. Oh, poor guy. Can we just give an F for respect for this poor innocent dude just in the middle of a firefight? Poor guy. Oh, he's actually standing up again. What the fuzz? Okay, poor Sid, get ripped, but like, wow. Poor civilian just stand up and nothing ever happened. Jesus Christ. Well then, alright, now I see they have the normal scope, which is kind of cheap, but at the same time. Alright, now the guy's typing. Oh, come on, Sid. Oh, come on, Sid. The dude is typing. You see the dude typing, and you give him a chance to live. You see me typing, Sid. You kill me nonetheless. Freaking mad. I'm not even gonna... anyway. Now, okay. He's trying to try Zenkudo because the beach is too far to count some things. Right. He wants to go to base because it's shorter distance. Oh, and he's out. Okay, I guess. You know what I really want to do in a PvP battle? Is to give myself so exposed. I want to go up this ramp, jump on this roof somehow, stand next to this flag like I care about, and just stand there and just aim. Easy way to die. It's proper to be a way to PvP. Just give the kills. If you can't beat them, join them. If you can't beat them by killing them, just join them and have them have an easier chance to kill you, right? I guess. Alright. We're just gonna continue watching. Oh, what a shot. That flick of the wrist. I can't do those flicks. I really lost that ability. Oh. Backflip-ish, kind of. You know, something kind of annoys me with a heavy rifle. You have the scope. Great. Now what's the point of having this thing with this whole sight thing? It's some sight. It's sight something. It's called a sight. So it's like a sight thing, whatever the heck it's called. Basically, you look through that to see where you're aiming. But what's the point of having that if you have an entire scope behind it? I swear, Rockstar details, man. It annoys me sometimes. Anyway, oh, look at the shot. I probably saw that already, but like, whatever. I still want to see it again. Okay, miss. Oh, flop. Look at that. Bruh. Do you know what I really don't like about PvPing? Is the fact that the more I die, the worse I feel, and the more judged I'll be, and the more I quit on this game, and just lose the ability over and over again. It's just when I have to tell myself, no, that's it, you're done for now, you can't continue anymore, you're literally, I'm telling me that I'm starting to really become terrible, and that's when I should quit. Unfortunately, some people don't know when to quit, especially when they have the unsatisfactory satisfaction to keep killing you. Because, hey, I'm getting my score higher. I'm improving my KD. That's at that point when I bring out a knife and I run at the person. Not to kill them, but just to run at them. No matter what. Because you still want to shoot someone who's more of a disadvantage than you, then I'm sorry. That's pathetic sportsmanship. That's it. That's where I win in. If I don't win the battle, or if I don't win the PvP round, what I win in is sportsmanship. That's all. There's just no point to participate if someone's especially better than you. And yes, a lot of people are better than me, and there's no point for me to continue with that. It's just no point. Alright. He died there. So what? He's flipping left and right. Oh, I count it as the shot itself. Wow, amazing. How much minutes do we have on this? Another minute. Okay. Boom. Oh, wait, that confuses me. He got hit once? Twice. Okay. No, that's a little too far. Okay, just blue bar. Come on. So here's the thing. He gets hit, quote unquote, once. He gets hit, quote unquote, twice. That's supposed to be a kill. But the game didn't count it as a kill. Which, again, I'm not going to point at God mode or something. I'm going to point it at the fact that the game's latency is so unmaintenanced and outdated that Rockstar still has yet to care for after 8 years of this game opening. And then the third shot finally kills him. Great. So it means 2 of the bullets may have counted, but 3 hits completely was not... No. And now this dude is completely losing his skill for the fact that he is starting to give up. Oh, the easy way out didn't count anymore. Just look at this. Sid dies. This dude kind of easy way out, but performs the silence easy way out, because you don't even see a notification, nor do you see an X marked over his name or his tag. Kind of yes. Now, like I was saying, this dude, the other guy, is starting to lose the skill, not because he's bad. No, that's actually pretty good to get like 30. Trust me, if that was me, it would be 61. 60 and 1. At most, I would ever get. But then afterwards, I would just die, because I'm that bad. I admit. So it's not the fact that, hey, your skill is bad because you're bad. No. It's because he's starting to see now that he is starting to die often, and now the mind is kicking in to tell you, come on, you're better than this. So now he's showing a little self-pitying himself, a little self-esteem is going down over time, and that's when your mind becomes so disoriented with all these negative thoughts that you start losing it in-game, and you're just not able to aim or shoot anyone anymore. Which is unfortunate, but that exists with the human brain. It exists. It's a stupid fact. If it was like a point in your brain, like a pimple that you can just get rid of anytime you'd wish, trust me, if I found that, I would just drill it out of there completely. Just scrape it out with a freaking pippin. Just annihilate. Just get it out. Just dig it out, rip it out, and just it's gone. And I don't have that negative thoughts anymore, and I could just do whatever I want. But that's it. Anyways. So now he's like, yo, dude. Okay. Yo, dude, what? My friend just texted me, said he wants to play GG's Man. Alright. I respect that. Definitely not him trying to yeet away knowing he'll get shit on. Get shit on for what? Come on, Sid. That's not being sportsman, dude. That's... Now, that's being a tryhard. Besides, he only managed to kill me 3 times here. Of course. Because, first of all, it took some time between distance to distance to get between LSIA to the beach. It takes some time, maybe like 2 minutes about minimum, or about 5 minutes depending what vehicle you're driving, unless you're driving a semi-truck or some freaking 16-wheeler with a trailer, then maybe it's gonna take you 18 minutes, something, especially not even, maybe 7 minutes. I'm being exaggerating, but besides that, yeah. Sid, I wouldn't say that about people. I get you like to be good, but at the same time, I don't have that type of negative sportsmanship. I don't even think Sid said GG back to the person. Just said okay. The other person shows some part of sportsmanship, which actually kind of counters against the previous sportsmanship this guy had by using rockets. Great. But at the same time, the other guy was having fun. So I respect that, in general. Despite any circumstance. Great. But Sid doesn't say any GG or something. He just says okay. See ya, sure. And that's when his video ends with a very fun cinematic of Jesus Christ. Okay, so that's it. Alright, so there were some things that I could claim for sure as fishy, and this is coming from 1400 hours plus of experience with and against modders in GTA Online, which I can't say if a modder is a modder unless I know that I can see that they're a modder, which is like saying I can prove someone to be guilty, but if I can't, they're innocent. It's like innocent until proven guilty, basically. There were some points that I've already said in some instances that he was guilty of modding. Some other times he could be guilty of exploiting, and some other times it could be self-guilt that the more he died to Sid, the less accurate his shots became, and then that's it. I won't call Triggerbot on that. It's all on personal skill that develops much better for someone than another person, despite how many hours you'd spend on this game. You could literally spend... 2 people can spend 10,000 hours each on GT Online just strictly to PvP purposes. Depending on how much you've PvP'd and how skillful you became, one person could be much better than another. And it's not because you're terrible, because you suck. It's just some people don't have that right cortex that's running at their optimum like everyone else is. So some people may be slow at PvP, some people may look and be like, oh shit, I died, what happened? And some people may be like, oh yeah, you PvP'd me, yeah, I'm gonna just pop, and then they kill like 8 times over again. Everyone has their own skill level. Everyone is unique in their own ways. And there is not one moment, I would say, that dude, this D1RMAN person, was aimbotting or trigger botting. I will say though, they have teleports. For the instances that I've mentioned earlier in the video, towards the beginning, there are some instances that have proven to have teleports. Even during here was a little, I counted a little too fast than I should have, but it still seemed to be somewhere towards the fishy modding side. But like I said, if this person sees my video, like I said, even if you're a modder, if you proclaim yourself not to be, great, I would respect that nonetheless. Even if you were a modder in GT Online, I would not care to be like, oh, you're a modder, you're bad because you need mods and stuff. I understand. I've seen that in chat so many times. Sometimes when I'm freaking triggered beyond my head because a modder literally teleports up to me and kills me while being off radar for more than a minute, which the maximum you can be off radar is a minute, legitimately, without an external program just locking you into a minute or something, or like 59 minutes, that exists too. And then someone teleports up to me, kills me while being off radar, or effect explodes me under my feet and goes like, dude, you're so good. Yeah, you know what I do? I'm just like, yeah, I'm not a modder, so why would I be any better than you? You know? But still, that's its own story. But there's some proof here and there that was okay. Some of them was still that, but still. A message to you, person. Don't feel triggered when someone calls you a modder. Even if you're a modder. Or not. Even if you're a modder and you're saying, oh, I'm not a modder, that's already lying to yourself, first of all. But at the same time, I wouldn't judge. If there's a lot of people on GT Online that mod. And I personally catch modders on GT Online. Not to provoke a war between a person or another, to say, he's a modder, let's all just go fight him or something, make him not play the game anymore. No, I don't do it for the purpose of the person. I do it for the purpose that Rockstar Games just doesn't care anymore. So I'm like, you know what? Here's a modder on GT Online that I personally caught. Be careful of this person if you want to. In the meanwhile, let's wait until Rockstar Games actually takes care of modding, which will be never. Only until they release GTA 6, probably, they might take care of modding. At this, just borderline, they might. But that's only until then. Anyways, so there's that video right here. And there's this dude. Wanted to not be a bad rep, dude. Because we're calling you a modder doesn't mean we're saying you're bad. There are some times that I've already said here that are legit. Like, your shooting, your skill level was on point. I respect that. That is actually really cool. But there is sometimes that exists where you did teleport here and there. If you don't want to admit to that, I don't judge. I don't. So, there's my reaction video of this PvP fight between him and him. Or her. I don't know. I don't judge. I've been saying him the whole time because I assume everyone's a him until they say otherwise. But still, I don't judge anyone. That was a good round. That was a good fight. But don't feel bad that someone calls you a modder. If you're a modder, okay, great. If you're not a modder, that's great as well. That's better than great, but that's still great. But still, just mind you that we're not, I personally, at least from my end, I'm not calling you a modder to say you're a modder because you suck or you're bad like every other salty dumbass would say on GT Online. I'm not that type of person. If you mod, great. What can I do? What can you do? One of the purposes that people mod in this game is to give themselves a different experience, and under that category, it's either to give themselves more advantages, to complete the game faster, or to just give themselves more weapons or cars that look different, that's just so cool and whatnot. It's a lot of things that could be true. There's a lot of things that gives that, especially with Rockstar Games not fixing shit, that's when mod menus come into play to actually fix it for them. Like anti-crash. If you don't want your game to be crashed so often anymore, which Rockstar doesn't care about as long as they're still making money off their shark cards, people download mod menus to counter the crashes so that they wouldn't get crashed anymore. That's another thing people get mod menus for. And me, I'm still never gonna get a mod menu because that is not me. Anyways, so there is a video for you guys. If you enjoy watching, do leave a like and subscribe. This is just a reaction video, just to react to this, as well as to let this person know we're not calling you bad because we're calling you a modder. We're calling you a modder because there are some things proven beyond reasonable doubt that you've modded. But there is other times that was more legitimate, especially with Rockstar services being outdated. I already pointed out all that together in this video. So do have a good look at it, do have a good look, watch and whatnot, and see you guys on the next upload. If you enjoyed, of course, leave a like, subscribe, and hope everyone's days end up well. Alright, see you guys later. Peace out, and good luck. And, have fun. And, yeah. I don't know why I'm saying that. It's just last words that I just randomly put out there. Enjoy. I don't know. Stay tuned for more.